The New England Patriots are at home to start November. They welcome the Washington Commanders. Jonathan Allen, unfortunately, still feeling tired of...
I'm tired of this. 7 years of the same,
stuff. After losing 5 of their last 6 now, both teams come off losses. Washington, though, showed a little more fight in theirs. This is another quarterback matchup game or pass defense matchup game if you want to look at it that way. Both teams have running games like the tattoo artist in the commercials. They are 2 of the rush attacks in the NFL. Both averaged less than 100 yards a game. Neither cracked 90 last week, so major X factors.
Robinson will lose yardage. Here comes the Eagle defense.
So let's move on. Sam Howell has put in a request for New England to wear green helmets with wings on them.
Pressure on Howell. He has to unload. And does. Dotson with a catch. Jahan Dotson.
Howell has looked really good against Philadelphia twice this year. Comes into this game off a 397-yard, 4 TD, plus 110 rating outing.
Pass is caught by McLaurin inside the 45.
He did have an interception, but still close to 400 yards, and maybe the biggest headline, only got sacked once. That's like nothing for a dude that was on pace to set the sack record. Only got pressured 30% of dropbacks, that's low, and it was against a stacked Eagles pass rush too.
For a dude who's been sacked 40 times, the poise, the confidence, and the courage to stand back there and deliver the football has been exceptional.
You could see him maybe getting okay protection again this week too. The Pats defense he takes on has a below average pressure rate in 2023. That's made it tough on their secondary. They gave up a plus 100 rate to Tua Tagovailoa last week. Rating given up for the year now to quarterbacks 93.1.
Tua fakes over the middle, wide open. Waddle's gonna waltz in.
Patriots do have one of the highest blitz rates though. Howell torched Philadelphia when they sent 5+ at him last week. 12 for 14, over 140 yards, a touchdown, a rating over 130.
Pressure on Howell. He has to unload. That does. Dotson with a catch. Jahan Dotson.
Howell, mid-90s rating versus the blitz for the season, too. Howell used every type of pass catcher well in their Week 8 loss. Running backs Antonio Gibson and Brian Robinson had close to 50 yards combined. Tight end Logan Thomas, a touchdown and 44 yards.
Howell for the end zone. Hanging on is Logan Thomas for a Washington touchdown.
Sam racked up lots of wide receiver yards, too. Terry McLaurin, 6 catches, over 40 yards and a touchdown.
Floating one for the end zone, and catch made! It's a Washington touchdown! Terry McLaurin!
Jamison Crowder, 7 targets, 7 catches, 95 yards and a TD.
But you can't run down there and put it in the gut of the receiver any better than that.
Jahan Dotson, over 100 yards, 8 catches and a score.
Back of the end zone, Howell open at the 19. Jahan Dotson.
Patriots gave up 3 touchdowns to wide receivers last week, rating over 105. That was the Cheetah and the Penguin, but for the year, New England's given up a 98 rating to wideouts, so not a strength either way.
Oh, how did he get out of it? Touchdown!
Patriots offense now, as mentioned, not runners most games, so it's up to Mac Jones. Just 161 yards last week, 5.6 yards per attempt, a sub-90 rating.
4th and goal from the 3. Jones, near side, it's caught. Juju Smith-Schuster, and the New England Patriots still alive.
New England only scored 17 points last week. They've only eclipsed 20 points once all year, and they saw 2 starting wide receivers, Devontae Parker and Kendrick Bourne, leave the game hurt last week. Neither returned. Jones' inability to move the ball versus Miami, tied to facing pressure over 40% of the time. That's Willie Nelson country. He got sacked 3 times.
Mac Jones is leveled. 3rd sack for Miami.
So what gives in this matchup? It's one of the most anemic offenses taking on one of the most generous defenses.
Got him wide open. Catch made into the end zone.
Washington's defense has an average pressure rate so far, and if it doesn't bother Jones, you can see him rebounding. Washington gave up 319 yards and 4 TDs to Jalen Hurts through the air last week, a rating over 135. They have not handled the pass game well in most games.
Hurts firing for the end zone and a one-handed attempt. Oh my goodness! A.J. Brown with an amazing touchdown.
What does this all pencil out to you? You can't pencil it out in the comments section, but you can type your thoughts into it. We'll lay out with the panel of 10's picks.